Hi, today we want to work on recognizing how to use this chart book with this deck and the pendulums to move into more depths of your soul, basically to do shadow work. Okay, so when you know that there are unconscious triggers and you want to recognize how to move through that for a greater purpose. So I'm going to just work with an example of a question someone sent me in for connecting into their psychic side and what's blocking their psychic side. Okay, so just free of everything else, what do we need to recognize and know? Are we getting a clear reading? And how do we progress through these charts, through the deck, to get a clear, accurate reading and path forward on opening psychic sight? So we place ourselves above Earth's grid and we imagine ourselves sitting up there, and we're in a giant bubble, golden bubble, and we're just place ourselves above another grid. And as we do this, there's just this purification of just letting go of anything that's been distracting, distorting the concept of who we are and what we do. Okay, and we're just completely open light channel for our teams to work through to show us the guidance that we need to receive today. Okay, so starting with this, the intention of this person being able to fully open to psychic sight. Is there anything blocking and creating resistance to getting a clear, accurate card reading? Okay, so I've got no there. Okay, so what do I need to know and understand in doing a card reading to get a clear path forward on how to awaken psychic sight? Okay, so it's taking me to areas of consciousness. And on this chart, this just outlines all the different areas of consciousness that exist in one form or another. And when you can work through them individually and you break them down, then it gives you the potential to essentially move into your higher purpose and truth. It's quite profound how much work can be done through this chart alone. Okay, so what do I need to understand here? Okay, source consciousness. So that is the source point of the soul coming into conception at some point within the quantum field. Okay, that source consciousness is what the soul essentially reads from, but in the meantime there's been this channel of eternal and evolutionary experiences. But this is showing me that this person needs to address what's at the source point. Is there anything else I need to know on this chart? Okay, so that's a no. When we come back to the main chart. And there's an awareness prompt here. So we go to page 8. Guide and awareness. Source point associated with energy of the land. Anything else? And the ascension networks. So that would tell me that it is associated to this person's soul within this life, like associated with the evolution through Gaia, essentially, and the ability to ascend into the light and higher frequencies whilst being here on Gaia. But it's something that's blocking at that source point. And what else do I need to know here? Card spreads to explore. So it's going to direct me to something in particular to ask or to know through pulling the cards. And here it indicates what I need to know is on page 3. Okay. What do I need to recognize here to pull cards? What does Gaia need me to know? Is there anything else I need to recognize? What can I learn from Gaia? That's done. Is there anything else I need to recognize here? Done. So what does Gaia need me to know, and what can I learn from Gaia? Are the questions I need to be asking around this issue? Is there anything else I need to be aware of? No. Okay. So in the ability to connect to psychic sight, as we put the information together in our mind, the ability to connect to psychic sight, we need to address this source consciousness and how that source self is now connecting into this life on Gaia through basically the experiences, and what Gaia now needs this person to know. And it's fallen out of my head, sorry. What does Gaia need me to know, and what can I learn from Gaia? Okay, in regards to opening to psychic sight. Gaia need me to know. What does Gaia need me to know? Psychic sight. Source consciousness. What can I learn from Gaia? Okay, so interesting cards. So the Roadrunner would tell me that there's a certain amount of alignment to the higher purpose of the soul. Okay, remember we were talking about opening psychic sight and how that energy is flowing through Gaia. So when we look at the sense of passion and purpose and being in the positive, organized and an achiever, but there is this energy that's flowing through Gaia also that is doubt and conflict, and this is impacting on the clarity and the ability to really step up. The Roadrunner would indicate that despite all the forward movement and positive progressive energy, that there's this shadow self of what is impacting from the source point, because remember it starts at the source point, that's being blocked. It's like it's almost as this soul has come back down into humanity. There's been this fragmentation happen that is then just this culmination of the trauma of basically the planet and what the planet has held through its own evolution, okay, and how that is impacting on the ability of the psychic body, of the mind body soul collaborating now and coming together to that higher purpose. Okay, so when we're taking those steps day by day, we are being supported and we are moving forward. Okay, and it's that positive productive mindset that's going to keep us achieving despite what Gaia has experienced, and we're healing Gaia as we heal ourselves as well. Now the ostrich, this is the observant and focused. It's about getting clear through that healing. So if we look at the ostrich, okay, so the ostrich is very associated with stepping out of difficult cycles, out of stuck patterns, and having the wisdom of what's been experienced flow through. Okay, so through observation and through recognition, we create a safe and optimistic path where the boundaries are expanded and we open into new skills. So this person has the ability to recognize what is illusion and what is real. And through that step-by-step action in helping to heal Gaia, helping to heal through the collective energy, releasing the overall trauma that's impacting on that source energy force, is then able to find greater continuity and flow for recognizing the signs, recognizing what's going on, and getting clear so the healing can ongoing continue. I mean, Gaia is a big energy. The collective that lives within Gaia and has lived, like you imagine over the years, the ancestors and those that we don't remember, the lost civilizations. It's ancient and timeless, and we don't understand fully what Gaia has experienced and the energy Gaia holds. And so this is an important message of just ongoing step by step to heal, to allow that purification into clarity, to bring that clarity through healing as we continue to be observant, as we recognize the what's triggering and see everything as a clue, and then work with that as a clue to keep moving forward and opening through positive intention into, higher psychic abilities. And again, you could then take it that extra step using a pendulum. I'd recommend probably using the large pendulum for healing, but there's not enough room on this table for that. So we'll use this one, and we're just open to allow what we've been shown in this reading as a pure divine channel of light. I don't control the pendulum. I just become a channel of light in the highest purpose of this soul to be receiving and to healing Gaia, to healing the continuity and flow from the source point of consciousness of this soul as it needs to receive with Gaia. For strengthening, for understanding, and for being positive and progressive in the steps towards regaining psychic sight. And then we just allow the pendulum to continue to be used where and as it needs, to flow as spirit needs to work through that soul, through that coming together and unity, okay? We only ever work in the highest and greatest good through love, purity, through light, connecting to the highest reality with the people that assertively manifest that on the path of least resistance. Working in the highest intent of all humanity in their divine soul purpose and potential within Gaia, on Gaia, as we work to just heal and remap back to our source potential. This soul receiving what it needs, how it needs, in perfect unity and grace. So it is, and it is so. And then we can just check back with Spirit. Is there anything else at this stage that needs to come to our awareness? Doing a lot of thinking here. Is there anything else that needs to come to our awareness? I'm just going to come to the chart because it seems like it wants to show us something. Show me what I'm not seeing. No? Are we done? Yes, we're done. Okay. Thank you for being here today, everybody. Blessings to you all, and I hope these are helping and are beneficial in your own personal journey. Thank you. Bye.